Let's consider this polynomial function, and what we're going to be asked to do is to find all of the zeros. So using the rational root theorem or the rational zero theorem, we write all the factors of 12 here. So 12 times 1, 6 times 2, 4 times 3, those are the factors of 12. And of course, we put plus or minus there. Then we write all the factors of the leading coefficient here, which thankfully it's just 1. So positive, negative 1. And so what you do is you create fractions from that. So 12 over 1, 6 over 1, 4 over 1, 3 over 1, 2 over 1, 1 over 1, and plus or minus. And those are the possible rational zeros. And so then what we do is we try these using synthetic division on this polynomial. So let's suppose I graph it on my graphing calculator and it looks like 2 is a 0. So if I synthetically divide by 2, I've got the coefficients here, 1, 1, negative 8, negative 2, 12. I'm just listing the coefficients there and then doing synthetic division. If you don't know how to do synthetic division, you have to look that up on another video because I'm not going to take the time to explain that. I think most of you probably know it. But so when I divide by 2, I get a 0 down here as the remainder, which tells me this really is a 0. So one of the answers is 2. But notice, because of this degree is 4, we know we have 4 answers. This is just the first one. And so then if I look at the graph of this on my calculator, it also looks like negative 3 is a solution. So I take what's left over here and I write it down and I synthetically divide by that negative 3. And notice I get a 0 here, which means that really is another 0. So at this point I have 2 answers. I know I'm looking for 4 total, so there are 2 more. What you do is you take this resulting equation and going this way to that way, I have the remainder is 0. So this is a negative 2. There's no x term. And then this is x squared. So from this, I write this equation and solve that. So move the negative 2 over, take the square root of both sides. Here's your last 2. So positive or negative square root of 2. When you take the square root of both sides of an equation, you have to put plus or minus in the answer. So there they are, 4 answers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 2, negative 3, and positive or negative square root of 2. Those are the zeros for this polynomial function.